To have a successful viral campaign is really the holy grail of marketing. It's the power of word of mouth, leveraged by the speed and reach of the internet.
Sites like YouTube, Contraband or Borme or any other video online platform are fantastic for viral marketing in the sense that they provide you with an established audience. People go there in their droves daily to seek out new content.
It seems like the things that have a tendency to go viral have one of several, or sometimes more than one of several things going for them. One, they can be funny, or funny is an attribute. Outrageousness is an attribute. Something that's remarkable is another attribute. Something that has a really unique take as a piece of information, or a very controversial take on something can also go viral. Those are the sorts of attributes that seem to work.
Just be brave and give freedom to creatives, because people are sick and tired of advertising in general, and what grabs the consumers, the general public's attention is creative, which is in some way breakthrough, in some way new, in some way inspires their thought.
One example, there's a phenomenon, a dance, at least that's gone crazy in this country. That's the Soulja Boy dance, or, Crank That is the name of the single. And this was, a song and a dance created by an African-American teenager in Memphis, Tennessee, who put this video on YouTube and basically showed people how to do this new dance. And it just spread like wildfire. He had no label, no major deal. He was just a teen, in the South, in the deep South, and his song became the #1 hit, the #1 single of the summer.
And you really cannot predict what becomes viral and what not. But there are many, many ways to do it. You can be completely crazy about it, so people just share it because they think it's a crazy, crazy idea, or something culturally controversial. You can use sex, religion, any taboo topics that will still fit your brand.
A lot of the so-called viral marketing agencies that try to help use gimmicks to make things go viral. They try contests. They try games. They try things that don't have anything to do with the product that they're trying to sell. If I were to put a little viral marketing campaign on my website that said free iPod, click here, guess what? I'd get a lot of clicks. But how many of those people would really want to do business with me? Not very many of them, if any. So the idea of doing gimmicks that don't have anything to do with your product is not a good approach.
So why are businesses and marketeers getting so excited about viral marketing at the moment? In a nutshell, it's because you can reach huge, huge audience figures very, very quickly for a fraction of the cost of traditional TV advertising, for example. To give you some kind of indication, for example, we just did a campaign for a recent client, and that reached 2 million people. Now, when you look at the cost of the production, the seeding, the strategy, that works out at less than 2p per person, or 4 cents per person.
I released an ebook called The New Rules of Marketing and PR last year. This ebook is free on my site, it's free on my blog, anybody can grab it. And I thought that ebook might get a couple of thousand downloads over the course of its life. On the third day that it was out, Seth Godin, the most popular marketing blogger in the world, linked to it. And he said, this is a great ebook, you guys should check it out. That day, 10,000 people looked at it. The next day, Steve Rubel, the most popular PR blogger in the world, linked to it. And he said, and I quote, direct-to-consumer press releases suck. So now I've got the most popular marketing blogger in the world saying my stuff is cool. I got the most popular PR blogger in the world saying my stuff literally sucks. And this is the best thing in the world for viral, because you got one guy over here saying it's great, and all of their followers saying, yeah, this is great. Got one guy over here saying this sucks, and everyone on his site saying, yeah, this sucks. And in the middle of it is my stuff, this ebook I wrote, this piece of content that I want people to read. Within 3 weeks, 50,000 people had downloaded the ebook.
The rewards are much bigger than one might think. a good creative campaign can take on its own life and really go viral on the internet, and you can get hundreds of thousands of views unpaid, just because you were brave enough to go with something that creatives believed in.
A lot of people ask me, you know, what is the right kind of material for a viral marketing campaign, a successful campaign? There's no short answer to that. However, the most important thing to do is to ask yourself, what is the social credibility for my target market? Okay, what is going to make them for this material on? Does it make them look funnier? Does it make them look clever? Does it make them look risky? What's in it for them? And if you can get the right kind of creative that interests your target market and gives them social credibility, that's the right material.
This Blender company, the guy who's in the product marketing team at Blendtec walked into the R&D lab one day, and he found sawdust on the R&D lab floor. And he's like, what's going on? What's with this sawdust on the floor? And he turns around and he sees that they're running pieces of wood, 2x4s, through the blender. And they're creating all this sawdust. And he's like, that's cool. I'm going to record that on a video camera, which they did. They put it on YouTube. It became a hit. Since then, they've done 50 different videos where they've blended things. My personal favorite is Will It Blend iPhone. They actually blended an iPhone. They've blended golf balls. They've blended glow sticks. They've blended all kinds of different interesting things. These videos have been seen a remarkable total of 50 million times, and according to Blendtec, has sold 4 times the number of blenders to the consumer market that they had sold before these videos came out. Now, here's the interesting thing: these are done with a video camera and a free YouTube account. It costs them virtually nothing to do this. To buy the kind of exposure that Blendtec was able to get, or to buy the sort of exposure that I was able to get with my ebook, would cost millions and millions and millions of dollars if you went through the traditional ways of trying to buy your way in or beg your way in.
Find a really good ambient or viral agency. This can be a big international agency or a small hot shop. It doesn't really matter, and you can try several of them. And give them a long-term project. Tell them about your brand. Tell them what you want to achieve, and tell them you have 8 months or 6 months to come up and produce something. And you don't have to like rush it. Just go back, brainstorm, come up with something which goes viral. And if you are successful, in 6 months you will have amazing brand awareness for your brand. It will skyrocket, really. And you have to be brave to accept what the creatives will come up. And you have to be prepared that your brand will be exposed to an international market potentially.
To get more tips from the experts, click the link now.